It's the rundown today. McMahon in, back from Boston. Feits in. We got presented by Rocky Boots today. Quality boots that are comfortable right out of the box. You don't have to break them in. You don't have to wear them like in the beginning when boots are like almost plastic and you got to make them fit your foot and conform to you. Right away, straight out of the box, they're comfortable and they cost way less than competitive brands. You can wear them like whatever outdoors means to you. Like some people are going to wear these boots and they're going to go like hike mountains and shit. I don't know.
Mine means a walk down 7th Ave.
Yeah, like for me, boots is like, I'm gonna wear them to brunch in the city. It's boots weather. Some people are like, I need to go to war in these boots. Whatever it is, whether you're just hanging out when you're on 7th Avenue with Feits, or if you got like a tough job or you need some rugged boots, Rocky Boots has got you covered. Great boots at a fair price. Next time you're doing hiking, fishing, grilling, working the grill, whether you're just wearing them for style, whatever. Rugged since 1932. Go to rockyboots.com. Promo code Rundown and get 25% off your first pair. I like that. I like when it's 25. It's a nice little bonus.
It's an extra little.
They care. Everybody's 20%. It's like 25 for
Yeah.
Rocky Boots. Promo code Rundown.
It's a nice chunk of change off a boot too.
For sure. You'll save some cash. McMahon is in. Are you a college football guy? No, right? So let's start off with the Big Ten because we got 3 big college football guys here. The Big Ten is back. I kind of think that in the end, speaking from a complete place of ignorance, I think the Big Ten kind of like played this right. I think in the beginning they probably satisfied the crowd who was like, Corona's going to kill everybody, you have to be safe. And now they're satisfying the football crowd. At the end of the day, they kind of made everybody happy.
Yeah, they're gonna play a full season, right? It's
I would imagine
like
October.
7 games. I think.
7 games.
I mean, that's not, yeah, so not full, but it's not like, you know, you're doing some stupid baseball shit where they're like, let's have a 3-game season. So,
8.
All right, 8's, yeah, come on, that's totally fine. Especially in college football, where usually 6 or 7 of your games are like
Fake games.
blowouts.
But I'm
against-
actually
They're fake
happy
games.
they're
Yeah.
even just playing 8 because, like, I imagine at the end of the season, Clemson's gonna have 2 more games in Ohio State, and then, like, my favorite part about college football
Is the
is just
dissension,
people
the
just yelling
chaos.
about each other, like
Yes.
nonsense.
Yes.
And being like, well, we played 2 more games than you. Like, well, we fucking
We're
like say
undefeated.
say Clemson loses one of those games.
Yeah,
and it's like,
oh, please.
right? And
Give
it's
me
like,
the
well, we're
chaos.
9-1, you're 8-0. Like, we have a better
Yeah.
fucking record.
That's like the way it was for a zillion years, up until very, very recently with the BCS. So yeah, give me all the chaos in the world. Is Michigan in?
I
they
can't imagine
traded
they're
it
not.
out. Yeah.
That's what I was rooting for.
What'd you say?
Wanted,
All 14 teams, right?
I really wanted, when there was that rumor that Michigan might not join and might be the only team that doesn't join, I wanted to
That
see.
would be downright insane.
Insane. I bet you somebody did think that, like some person more on the academia side, and then someone like put one piece of paper in front of them that said like, here is the money we will lose, and they were just like, never mind. But I would have loved to see Dave go like full heel on them and then be like a free agent. We talked about it on the rundown. Dave being a free agent and then ultimately landing with the U would have been perfect. Dave with Danny Boy Kane and just
I would have liked Dave to go full Ohio State.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well that would have been amazing. That just wasn't on the table. But I feel like the U has like history with Barstool, and if Dave was doing shit with Danny Boy Kane and Hulkamaniac and Big Papa Pump and all that shit, Big Papa Kane, it would have been like full circle. It would have like pulled Dave back from the trading.
This is me. I control the fucking weather.
You know, the only thing that can do it is Danny Boy Kane.
At no point was I ever attacked by a bear.
Yeah, but Miami like stinks so
Yeah,
bad
I
that he
mean-
would have been out
But there's
the
a
day
chance.
after he got in.
There's a chance that they will, if he was down to ride, because he said he was like, I wouldn't front run. I would pick a team that I have to grow with, and the U does always have a chance of like coming back. But
Every time they come back, they get hit with like harder and harder sanctions, so that
which
they
is also
can't
fun
come
though.
back.
It's also fun.
For sure,
It'd be great
I
for
love
content.
it. I love it.
The 2 best tweets that came, the 2 best things that
Oh
so
yeah,
far
you're right. I
out of
should
the
have
Big
let
Ten,
all
though.
this.
boy.
Yeah, this is.
What a take.
There are 2 all-time takes. Now, I'm told
Wait. Before, just tell the takes, and then we'll explain how.
Okay.
What we
I don't
learned
have my
about it.
phone on me, so I can't read them exactly. I'm going to ask
I
Coley
only
to tell
know
them the
one
tweet.
of the takes. I don't even know
The
what the
first
other take
one
is.
we'll say was a woman who said that this is the darkest day
Oh, yeah, okay.
in
Yeah.
Big Ten history. And Brandon astutely pointed out that Jerry Sandusky occurred in the Big Ten, as did like several other like horrific
Larry Nassar? Was that his
Larry
name?
Nassar. Yeah, that was the other one.
Yeah.
Just terrible, actually bad things, as opposed to just like.
Which,
This-
and
this
To
like,
be
maybe a
fair,
risk.
though, to counter Brandon, those all happened over a series of multiple days. This was only
One day,
One day.
single day,
Just
single.
being
decision.
fair.
I don't know.
Just
Penn
being
State was
fair.
pretty one day.
No, that was years.
Well,
Well, no, I mean,
Generation
obviously,
Revelation was one.
yes,
Yeah.
but like, I remember where I was there are very few things where like I remember this so clear that I was on the Blackout tour. So I had all kinds of bad things in my system, and I still vividly remember that day. Where it was like, we were just sitting around, I think we were doing a show at, what's the fucking bar in Maryland? Toads?
Bentley's?
No.
Terrapin Turf?
Terrapin Turf,
Were
maybe.
you at Towson or were you at UMD?
I thought Toads was up in like. Isn't that
Toads is
Quinnipiac?
Quinnipiac. That's New Haven. I forget. It's something turtle related.
It's probably
And-
Terrapin Turf. There's 3 bars at Maryland. It's the Cornerstone, Bentley's, and Turf.
Okay, it must have
So-
been Turf then. And we were doing a show there that night, and like we were all just hunkered down watching, being like, holy the
shit.
protests, all the shit, like, and that was so chaotic because I guess it's kind of comparable to this situation where you had like, he's innocent, he's guilty, and there's just like very clear black and whites.
And nobody's swaying the other side.
And this one there's not as clear black and whites because
Yeah.
I was all year I was surprised. I was like, I don't think football's gonna happen. But now it's pretty clearly proven through the NFL and through the college football programs that we're operating that like there's a way to do it. You can do it. The NFL,
That's why
everyone
the
drops
NFL
their
lies.
tests.
You are,
Yeah.
you
I'm not
just
saying
lie
it's
about
all
it
through the truth.
and-
There's a
and
way.
Sacrifice your players and you're good.
Yeah.
But even if you are afraid and you think this might be a bad idea, that pales in comparison to like darkest day in history. You know, you
Like
can say I think
tons
this is
of
a
child
bad idea
molestation.
with bad potential, but we don't even know yet. Maybe you're right. Maybe everybody dies and that take is correct. But right now,
Right now
sounds
it's
like a
not
bit
right.
much.
You could be right in the future. Right now it's wrong, and I highly
Now,
doubt you'll be right in
It's
the
gonna
future.
be hard to like high step if she's right.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, like, I told you, you
Fucking told
motherfuckers
all
were
these
gonna
kids
die.
have long-term heart defects. Fucking told you.
Now, the
Like-
other take was on the other side of the spectrum. McMahon, take it away.
This is from David Hookstead. I've spent the past 188 days fighting to save Big Ten football. Today, we accomplished the mission. Much like the Osama bin Laden raid or D-Day, you never know when your number will be called to serve. All you hope for is to execute your job and the mission. We did just that.
Now here's what I've heard from our local 4chan employee,
Our proud boy, Jack Mack.
Jack Mack.
Proud boy came over, and
he-
the choice of words was my favorite part of it.
What did he say?
Well, he just said, "Oh no," because we were like, "That can't possibly be serious." And Proud Boy chimes in, "Well, he's a jokey. It was a jokey writer.
Yeah, it was
he's
a
jokey."
joke. Now-
I said, "Oh, it was a jokey take."
He is a daily
a
caller
jokey
writer.
jokester.
So like I don't know, like daily caller writers, I'm not always like, I'm sure he's fucking kidding around because those folks tend to have serious takes such as, is it just me or could the troops put together a team that wins the Super Bowl? like you don't get the benefit of the doubt when you're like on the side that makes those kind of jokes or those kind of
Coley
serious
said that,
statements.
If Coley tweeted out like I'm a real hero, like killing Bin Laden or something like
Right.
that, we would know it's a joke. Daily caller.
Now Jack
not
Mack,
so
your
much.
dad was kidding here?
But Jack Mack, jokey. Jack Mack says he was joking.
We've got Charlie Kirk's nephew, Jack.
That wasn't.
He's a jokey joke.
I just knew he was joking around. I knew that. Like,
And
I
why-
know he's joking around.
Like.
Do you know who this guy
What's
is?
the key word that you guys use to tip each other off?
No, I don't know him
He didn't have
personally.
Show
Pepe
me
in
your
the
hand
tree.
signal. What's the
I
hand
don't-
signal for?
I don't know him personally.
No, yeah.
But I've
No,
seen
you
him
should've
on
seen
Twitter.
him.
I've seen him on Twitter.
Did you see him at rallies?
No. See, this is unbelievable.
We share like a-
This is an attack on my character that I'm not here for.
He sets the cross up, I burn it.
No, this is unbelievable. I would get that. I would like, this is HR 101. Credit to me
the
for
same car to Charlotte?
No, I would never go to such a thing, ever. But that
He's
wasn't.
a jokey.
It was a joke. The guy was obviously joking.
Was there like a follow-up or an article that? Like,
No, I think he
expanded?
doubled
You just-
down.
You just know.
I've seen him on Twitter before, and he's doing it for attention.
Okay, but that's different.
That's different.
I have-
That's trolling. That's not making a joke.
All right.
Like if
Trolling
like
and
I said,
joking.
Coley
That's
said
where we
it, you
probably.
know it's a joke. But is he trying to be like,
It-
I'm going to be
It was
intentionally
a bad
inflammatory
joke.
here?
I'm not giving him
I think it
credit
was the
for.
best joke I've seen in some time. I thought it was a great tweet.
I think it was definitely trolling or joking.
Or
I don't
serious?
know.
I don't
That's
know.
what sucks about the internet now too. Those lines have been blurred. There should be a clear distinction between a joke and a troll. This I'm labeling this a troll.
Well, here's the thing.
Troll.
It's the blue check is what throws everything like super off. Because when you see a blue check with like 18,000 followers, like you assume they work for like a local paper or something, and those people stink at Twitter.
Right.
So they shouldn't be trying to do sarcasm on a day like this.
You know when people are like, we need a sarcasm font? And it's like, no, you're a goddamn idiot. But maybe some people like that, we're going to need...
No, you can still be an idiot. It's just like, you can be clear with sarcasm. I feel like I'm always pretty clear with my sarcasm. I don't think it gets tripped up that often. This, like, I don't know, if you have a Daily Caller byline in your bio, I'm not going to assume it's a joke.
No.
I'm like,
it never is. So I would love this guy to just be like, no, man.
No, I'm serious.
It's 9/11 and it's me. Like, that's it. That's three of us right there. All right, on to basketball here. McMahon. Not a great start.
No.
But it was game 1, and I was a little surprised. Were you joking or trolling?
No.
When you said his team doesn't have heart?
No, and I
was
do
surprised
this.
by that.
I do this every time the Celtics lose a big game that they should win, and everyone's always shocked. Every single time. 2 years ago, when we lose to the Cavs in Game 7 and shoot 4% from 3 in the Garden and choke that series away.
The TD Garden in Boston.
Yes. The Garden.
The TD Garden.
The
TD Bank Garden or whatever.
The Garden.
The Garden is right over there.
I call
They
it
play like
TD
the
Garden.
fucking circus.
Oh,
over
still
there.
is the Garden.
No, that's not the Garden.
It's
Just the
absolutely
Garden
right.
was just the old Boston.
No,
arena.
Yes,
that's the
correct, John. That's correct.
I just hit it with
The
TD Garden
Garden,
because
you
people
say
get
the
so
Garden
defensive.
to-
Ari will
he
come.
just
Ari
did
will have you fucking killed.
99.9%
The
of
Garden
the
went
world.
down in '94.
That was the Fleet Center.
You always are down on them
No,
for
I mean,
their like heart though. I mean that's what I
It's-
feel like your team is actually I think that's incorrect.
No, because
between
and
Marcus
I
Smart
pointed
and
it
Jaylen
out.
Brown.
No. Marcus Smart, I'll never question.
Okay.
But that's what I even pointed out all throughout the Toronto series. There are too many lapses where everyone else isn't on his level, and there's just this general malaise where they're just like, oh, we're up 10. Surely this other team will quit in the playoffs, and the other team never quits in the playoffs. Kevin, I don't know if you know that.
No.
So that's
I don't know that. I don't know how teams act in the playoffs at all, to be honest. But
They're not. You don't get games.
no,
over
not in the
there?
Garden. No, not in the Garden.
So that's really what it was.
Well,
Like,
also
I'm just
Jason
so
Tatum's only
frustrated.
19,
That's
so
true.
he's got some time
super
to get
young.
that grit.
This is his third time, I believe, in the Eastern Conference. No, second. Jalen's third. I don't like it. I just we have a lot of gamblers at this company who I love them all, but they act like the only way to get that upset over a game is if you have money on it. Like I just care that
No,
fucking
I'm not.
much
I
about
don't
the
care about
Celtics.
the care. I trust me. I get fired up about
Yeah,
regular
but
season
you don't have
baseball games.
expectations. Like I have expectations.
But I was just saying more that the criticism was the heart. And you would know better than me, so I was just surprised that that's the Celtics
the way
issue.
they lost that game, like they had multiple double-digit leads.
Yeah.
First quarter double-digit lead, not as impressive. When you're up 14 in the fourth quarter,
Gotta have it.
when you're up 5 with a minute 8 left,
Gotta
I
have
think Kemba hit the shot at 109, and then everyone jogs back, and Tyler Hero hits a wide open 3 to make it a 2-point game. That's the heart shit, and maybe it's more effort than heart. I'll give you that. But when the Celtics lose an extremely winnable game, when the fucking trophy's right there, like they can spit at the trophy. It's very attainable. Like it's not some like wild. It's super attainable. If you told me the Clippers and the Bucks were just gonna get randomly eliminated because they stink,
Believable.
Like sick. Like
Yeah.
all we have to do is beat the Lakers. Not an easy series by any stretch, but again feasible. And when you're just punting games this close to the finish line, that's not going to make me happy any single time.
And like you said, Marcus Smart hit like 6 threes or something like that?
Marcus Smart had 6
And,
threes. Brad Wanamaker had 5 steals.
steals.
Like Marcus has been shooting really well these playoffs, so I don't think that's crazy that it might happen again. Brad Wanamaker's not going to get 5 steals in a game again. Like, you can't punt these
and
games.
you're playing, Jimmy Butler and Tyler are going to be guys who have the heart. So like you can't. That might not change. You know what I mean?
Like they came out so aggressive in the first quarter. They held the Heat to 18 points. Even Feits was high stepping.
I saw that.
And then the second quarter comes around, and it's a completely different team.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of
I think by the time I looked up from sending that tweet, it was a tie game. It
That's
was
the kind of
crazy.
inconsistency that just drives me fucking nuts. And I'm never going to be rational. By the time the Clippers forfeited their game, and I was like, all right, yeah, that's what no heart really looks like.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah,
I'm going to come
it's-
back down to earth.
Yeah.
But like,
You're
Jesus
like, okay,
fucking Christ.
this is no heart.
When did like fandom have to become rational?
Oh, I didn't know you
Everyone's
were getting-
chirping
yeah.
me for being irrational. No fucking shit, I'm irrational.
No, that-
What are you
that's-
talking about?
See, now
I'm
you're
a
making
fucking
good points
idiot.
here, and you're obviously have a knowledge much better than me of the game. But like the reason I so easily like not embrace it was kind of like part like fuck the Bruins. I don't even know what the team is. I like the Celtics now, but like they're a very easy team to root for.
Yeah.
And I think you would root for a team with heart. So like they're. I guess I don't recognize like the jog back. That
Right.
didn't pop to me. But like they're a fun charismatic. They have a tight chemistry. Like I would argue that there's heart on the team.
Yeah.
But again, your points are sound.
It's just the way they went about
I can't believe
losing.
people are getting upset with you of like.
It was insane.
For the passion. But you're right. We've gotten to this world where it's like all gambling or like more about your analysis. Do you know sports? Did you bet on it? It's just like I just fucking care about it, and I wish I didn't, but I do, and so I get, I'll like Frank the Tank will eat his own shirt in the middle of May in a baseball game
and not throw it away. Frank, get rid of the shirt. The next time you come to this office, if you're wearing that fucking shirt, man, I'm gonna rip it off you.
I think I just broke a tooth. See, now they even cost me another fucking tooth. God damn that piece of shit!
Now, the big debate last night from that game was the final play of the game, which is I don't think I've ever seen that. I don't think I've ever seen had he dunked it, and it would be like a buzzer beater dunk in the paint in traffic to win it. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Well, we would have just tied it, wouldn't it? We were down 2.
Okay, yeah, all right.
So down 2
yeah.
when that happened, right?
So
the Tatum when Bam blocked it.
So either way, but okay, to win it would have been. Crazy, but either way, but Bam with
goaltending?
No, it's not.
Coley, we're not being rational right now. It's a goaltending. Okay.
Come on, you literally just said you don't know the rules.
I know. I saw one tweet like that might have been goaltending. I was like, it's fucking goaltending. You kidding me? It's goaltending. We're letting that happen now? Just taking a ball right out of the basket?
But it is. I can't believe. I don't know how you don't break your fingers.
Yeah.
I said I would have broke my wrist, my fingers, and like dislocated my elbow trying to do that.
I didn't even know people actually tried to block good dunks. I thought it was
just like
I thought it was just like, look, I'm gonna jump up and pretend, but I mean,
you really want to win, I guess. Go ahead.
And I didn't know that, and I didn't like. I don't also understand how like on a successful dunk, every wrist doesn't break.
Yeah.
When you
right
see those like clips from behind, it's like. Like,
now,
dude, I almost broke my wrist just doing that. I didn't even hit any metal.
Would you have argued, is it a smarter play there to try to like go off the glass and lay it in? Like, I guess you don't ever anticipate that, but in hindsight, he was going for the poster, right?
Tatum, well,
he was going for the highlight reel.
Tatum kind of stinks at layups, so for him specifically,
it's actually that I've recognized. That I've noticed. It's stunning.
Yeah.
Jalen Tatum does not care for field
That's
goals.
not a person.
For layups. What's that?
That's not a person.
What is it?
You combine both their names.
Oh, I said Jalen. I meant Jason. The Y's too much.
We gotta get Jack Mack back over here. Him specifically, like against the Raptors, he shot a floater from no joke 22 feet, and that one happened to go in. But it wasn't intentional that it went in. Like if he had done that, I would have been just as furious. But I wasn't even that mad at this because he does have so mmany posters in his career already. Like he's already got LeBron, he's got Embiid, he's got Jared Allen. Like he can poster people.
Yeah.
Bam's just fucking freak.
I was gonna say I don't think you can. You tip your cap. It's just a crazy. Yeah. But all that being said, the comparisons, or some people putting it above LeBron's block.
Insane.
It's insane. It's truly insane because of circumstances. We're talking Game 7, Finals, 3-1 comeback.
73 wins.
73 wins. Warriors for the city of Cleveland. All the circumstances make it like no fucking way. But even the actual block, I think people are discounting the fact that he like ran the length of the floor and flew through the air. I think blocking a dunk with that force is so like strong. But the athleticism of LeBron's, I think no matter how you look at it, LeBron's block is better.
I think because LeBron's like signature move, which is weird to say since it's defensive, is the chase down pin, that people are just so used to it that they just think that's the norm.
It's such a cool signature thing,
it's
by the
an
way.
incredible signature.
Chase down block is awesome.
But because he's done it so often throughout the years, I think when people see Bam do something that other people can't do, between the strength and the timing of that block, they just rush to be like, oh, of course that's more impressive.
Right.
But
I've never seen that before, so it has to be better. It's like, no, it's not necessarily true.
Yeah, there's really not, like, and LeBron just beat that block before it was off the backboard. Would they have called goaltending in that moment? I don't know.
I feel like Iguodala did kind of like
well, it's a JR. JR forced him into an awkward layup.
Yeah.
But if, like, that's all of it happened so perfectly for LeBron that, there's nothing that's ever going to be able to, like we were arguing about it earlier, like it's like the helmet catch to me. I think the Malcolm Butler interception is way more impressive, but it didn't beat an 18-0 Seahawks team.
Right.
So the helmet catch has to be about it.
For sure.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't care for it. I don't like making the comparison.
Yeah. Never caught another pass.
I know, he's the best.
He doesn't even have his fucking ring anymore. He sold it.
Yeah, he sold it.
Why do we have to do this one?
It's a great one. You know what? Let's just talk about 18 and up.
Fucking the other day, they're showing Steelers Giants. They lead off with that.
Yeah.
He's not even in the fucking league anymore.
Well, no, I think we should start every game with that. Just by the way, like
Get the
Jets,
anthem out.
Redskins. Let's fucking say this.
I think most of America, I think, would be fine with that.
Definitely, we'd all love it. It's just you two assholes. Fuck you guys. Second half of the rundown is brought to you by Bird Dogs. Everybody knows about Bird Dog shorts, but now they're getting into the pants game, and they straight up kidnapped Lululemon's head designer. And I think they threw like a burlap sack over his head, threw him in a van, took him, and said you have to now make Bird Dog pants and shorts. And so now you're getting the comfort of them with the style of Bird Dogs. They've got the built-in underwear, which is just a time saver. It's a life hack. You don't have to worry about your laundry. You don't have to worry about.
I don't really wear underwear with shorts anyway, but it's nice to have just something.
Why don't you cross your legs for the
just
audience,
something.
John?
Oh no, I mean like athletic shorts. I'm wearing underwear today, but like
Are they
with
size small?
No regular size
That's
today.
what I also would like when you wear. I'm assuming that the ones they sew into their pants match the size that you're buying, and you won't find yourself in a situation like John Henry, who sometimes wears literally size small underwear.
I accidentally bought a pair. I forgot you have to get sizes in underwear. I accidentally bought a pair, and now it's just like if I run out of underwear, I'm like, oh yeah, I got these 3 small pairs in polo. I'll just
Imagine him
fucking
cramming his fat ass in that in a size
wedge my way in there.
small. Josh wears a size small, probably not fucking Feits.
I mean, shout out the stitching on those.
I'm a
if it's
medium.
holding.
He's Josh
For the
the
record, he's a
medium.
medium. Yeah, the stitching. I mean, that's like we got to build like military products out of whatever those are made out of. They can
Yeah, parachute sales.
Why don't you build a plane out of that block underwear?
So Bird Dogs, it's like khakis or chinos, but it's comfortable like sweatpants, silky soft pants that you can wear to be comfortable or stylish. You can wear them out, you can wear them to work, you can wear them on a date, you can wear them on your couch. And the best part is the nunchucks. You know what?
We got Frankie's desk right there.
They're over here. Coley, I feel like
I don't like when Kevin has weapons.
Yeah.
I will probably hit you with these. I feel like maybe you have seen this.
Large just stole it.
Because I said I've never seen real nunchucks, and I've certainly never seen them like. I've never seen someone like crack you in the head with them.
See, nah.
Yeah, you're like a battered boy. The only thing that people do with nunchucks is they do that.
Yeah.
You know, they whip it around and then they grab it with their arm. Otherwise, I've never actually seen them in use. Have you ever seen that?
Not even like movies. No.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, are they really
they kind
ever
of feel like
used
a
as weapons?
shitty weapon. Like they hurt for sure.
If you
Well,
know
I
how
feel
to
like you know
use
how
it,
to
it'll
use them, I
crack
bet
your
you it's
skull
awesome.
wide open.
for
Yeah.
sure, but I
Because
feel
you get
like
like the just like a stick, a club, but you get like the speed of like being able to whip it around because of this.
that's the thing. I feel like you have to showboat in order to use
I'm
them.
just gonna do the rest of it
God.
just like this, as
Yeah.
close as I can be. Yeah, it's more of a show.
And then during that, I think you just shoot the person.
Right. Well, if you have I'm not saying it could beat a gun. How about this? You have one weapon to go to war with, nunchucks or throwing stars.
Oh, it's for sure the stars.
Let's say you have 20 throwing stars. That's it.
Yeah,
10 throwing
Chucks.
stars.
You're taking chucks.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
for sure.
Because you know what?
If I
First
have
of all,
one
you
right
throw them
now,
at me, and I go like this, and I block them with
Sure
this.
don't.
Or I just like
What, you
dodge
have
the
the
throwing
force of
stars.
this war?
Huh?
You have the force?
No, I'm just gonna let's say I'm fire with the nunchucks, okay? I'm gonna
But I stink with the stars. Why aren't we?
I think you stink with the stars. I think if you like those old fucking muskets, they said if you put like a mattress 10 feet away, the bullet would miss like most of the time.
Yeah.
That's like you with stars.
Yeah. You're too big.
What are you talking about?
You throwing a star
like,
with
and
it's
also
like
you
Shaq
with
with
so many projectiles
You'll
over
hit
the
me in the
years?
leg or something.
Yeah.
Like
and
also
then
like
you're
if you hit me in the
bleeding.
chest with a star, like I'm fucking fine. I'm still coming at you with chucks.
Yeah, it's unless you get like to the throat or the eyeballs, I will still club you with the nunchucks.
I've got 20 of them.
Yeah, and how? Okay, so all right.
The first
So
one-
first of all, within 20 feet, it's better to have a knife than a gun. I saw that on Criminal Minds. And if
Yeah.
you're within
If I get
20 feet of
close,
me, you get one
That's
throw.
the gun here?
Yeah, like you get one throw, and then I'm coming at your fucking head.
I'm throwing
And then
the,
once
the
I'm
first
close-
one up, and Kevin's going
I'm
to be
like,
distracted
"Oh."
because he's going to try and hit it with his fucking.
Dude,
he's probably
I
gonna hit
saw
himself.
someone
like
do
this.
that in high school once. It's literally the meanest thing I've ever seen in my life. This
with
fucking,
dodgeball or a throwing star?
No, with snowball. This kid
Okay.
who fucking went on to pitch in the major leagues, threw a snowball up, and as someone was following it, just drilled them in the face, took them off their feet.
With a snowball?
like they got
But I can't
shot.
do it with a throwing star?
Did you pitch professionally,
I
Coley?
mean, Marty plays professionally now. Is it really that out of reach anymore?
I mean, he pitched for like the Rays. He's a pitcher.
What era Rays?
Devil
Like
Rays,
07,
kind of
07, like the ones that beat us.
That was not 07, friend.
It wasn't?
No, we won the World
08?
Series in 07.
Oh wait, yeah.
Either way,
Sure
You
did.
get these.
That's the Forgotten World Series too. That one you can take it.
fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
If you had to like make me eliminate
Fuck you.
Boston Sports Championships, I think the first one to go is 07.
Oh, no, the first one to go is definitely 11.
I kind of liked 11.
I'm sure you would. It's the only Bruins one you've seen.
They were. I'm thinking 13
thinking
now. I thought
13
I'm thinking
Red
you're
Sox.
still talking Red
Yeah,
Sox.
13
No,
was the
11 by
bombing
one
year.
I'm
You
keeping.
can't take 13
Yeah.
away.
Okay. All right.
Fuck you guys. But anyway, you get a free pair of nunchucks when you go to birddogs.com.
What an ad
Use
read.
the promo code rundown. Yeah.
And I don't have to throw the stars. I can just walk up and stab
Well,
you
you're
with
gonna
it.
stab me with a star?
Well, you
You're
get close enough to stab
nuts.
you with a star, and you're getting close
Oh
with a
my
nunchuck.
God.
Kevin,
we are gonna get hit
I
with
might
that.
just let you swing until your shoulders come out.
It is very like Indiana Jones-esque.
Yeah, bang.
You're gonna stab me with a star? That star's gonna go more through your hand.
Yeah, that's true. To get the force to be able to, you gotta like hold it with 2 fingers.
Bro, I'll just fist fight you. If you're only gonna stab
You
me
know
with
what?
stars,
You know
I'll be like,
Why
I'll
don't
drop
you
the
guys
chucks.
just fight
We've
right
done
now?
that, yeah.
How about we just break this? Talk about my own fucking mic. How about you guys just fight right now? You each get 1/2 of a nunchuck, and we just settle this like boys, like little children.
I don't know how we fought several times.
Yeah, I literally climbed Coley in a fight. I was like a monkey just crawling up his back.
One of the first times you did that, and I just stood there, you were like, well, this didn't go as planned.
Final Bird versus a tree.
Yeah.
Birddogs.com, promo code rundown. You get the pants and you get your free pair of nunchucks.
a
I couldn't
promotion.
even tell you what the rest
Mariah Taylor?
Maria Taylor.
Maria
Oh,
Taylor?
yeah. Okay, so
Oh, yeah,
Dan
Clippers, Doc Rivers, terrible. Keep going.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's do that real quick though, because that was an epic failure. I know that I remember actually not praising the move, but I said I totally get the move in real time because Paul George was basically the key to unlocking Kawhi Leonard. So you really have to think of it as like all those picks were for both of them, but technically no, and it's just playoff P for 5 picks and some good players. I think that actually beats the Celtics, Nets, KG, Paul Pierce.
Let's see where those, like,
Well,
what
yeah,
they
how
do with
they
those
end up.
picks
Because, yeah,
first.
you did, but as far as just the package, like one shitty fucking dude for a couple good players and 5 picks. I mean, it's almost double the number of picks you got from the Nets.
Is it really? I
it's
thought we
one
got.
more.
I thought we
We
got
got 4.
100
You got
picks
3.
from the Nets.
We got 3 in a pick swap, so 4. Like, we moved
And then,
up
okay.
because...
But, I mean, that 5 is a fucking ton, and playoff P is so bad.
Yeah, these
I actually, I mean, I never, again, I'm not like a huge NBA guy. No one's going to take me that seriously. But I know Paul George is like a good player, but even in the moment, I remember being like, he's not like that dude.
No, but like you said, it's to also get Kawhi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which you do every single time.
But the
Like,
thought of like that him and Kawhi were going to be a duo that can beat like AD and LeBron or something like that. Even when Paul George was playing like, if he wasn't playing like total dog shit, I feel like that was still far-fetched. But as always, it's like hindsight, and so now it's going to go down in history as just an absolute colossal
Is
failure.
it that big a failure?
oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they were that far. Like they were like clearly it was their title to lose.
Not necessarily the title.
Is it
to
because of
lose,
who they lost
as-
to?
Nuggets should
It's
not have
more
happened.
you're up 3-1 and you had multiple
Right,
huge halftime leads
Yeah.
over those 3 games.
Okay.
And you blew all 3
I
games.
read
I
it-
thought it was more about like just the Clippers not winning the title. Is
No,
that
that's-
okay? So the
that's
3-1 is
factors
a big
in,
one.
for
Okay.
sure.
the manner in which they're losing these games. And I read that I think it's Doc Rivers like
Third.
third with 3-1, and
Yep.
then he has like 5 or 6 at 3-2.
Yep.
Which
He
is not
should
nearly
have
as
put
bad.
money in the ceiling.
Yeah.
That would have got him back. Like, we got to come back to this locker room and play
I
here
know-
game 1.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but like Doc Rivers, I've hated Doc Rivers since he left Boston. Because like I gave him a break even though he literally said he rested his players in game 6 against the Heat so that they could be well rested for game 7 in Miami. Game
Yeah.
6 was in Boston. He wanted to rest them for game 7 against LeBron
On the
fucking
road.
James in Miami.
Yeah.
He did that. That was one of the 3-2 series leads he blew. I was still cool with him. I was like, he won our championship. He was here for a bottom 3 year in Celtics history in 2006. Like, he gutted it out. I wasn't that angry at him. Then he leaves and proclaims it's so he can go to a contender. He left the 17-time world champion Boston Celtics to go to the 0-time racist-owned Los Angeles Clippers.
Yeah, it was not the
Slumlord
Ballmer Clippers. Different story.
They rent in their building. Don't even fucking bring up the Bruins. They rent their own building.
What color are the seats? Black
now. But
he does all that. The Clippers try and trade us DeAndre Jordan for Doc Rivers. The league does not allow it. They're like, listen, Clippers, you can't be this dumb. And he hasn't gotten further than Brad Stevens fucking once. Not once.
Yeah. I mean, he was a total joke before, right? Like the early Celtics, it was like Doc Rivers with the punchline, and then they put it together with the big three and won, and everything.
He almost lost the Hawks in the
anointed.
first round that year.
Yeah.
He almost lost the fucking Hawks.
But that
he lost 3-1 with Tracy McGrady in Orlando. He lost 3-1 with the Clippers to Josh Smith hitting a barrage of threes when he lost to the Rockets. And then he loses 3-1 to the Denver Nuggets. This is the best team he's ever lost to 3-1, but it's also the best team he's had that's lost 3-1. So, yeah, it's pathetic all around.
You think the Nuggets have a chance coming out of the West?
I'm not going to – you come back consecutive series like this, like, I'm not – like, and Jokic doesn't care.
No,
about
that's
anything.
the thing. I was thinking that.
All the pictures of Jokic. Every time he wins, it's the best because it's just like, all right, now Twitter's just going to be flooded with Jokic pictures.
And he's just like goofing around out there, like
he was
throwing dimes, just having a good time.
At the end of the game.
16, 22, and like 13. It was a bizarre. I mean, but yeah, they are no joke, and the Clippers are just. I mean, they're the Clippers. It's like there's certain things that are in your DNA sometimes that I don't know if even Kawhi Leonard and a $70 billion owner can fix, which scares the hell out of me for Steve Cohen and the Mets. We're just gonna pretend that only applies to basketball.
I mean, this really puts it in perspective. This was the best season in Clippers history.
Yeah.
And they lost.
And they lost in embarrassing fashion. Yeah. So Maria Taylor, she's a sideline reporter on Monday night, and she wears like a leather jacket, kind of turned into a halter top, just like a stylish, fashionable piece. A little bit like you don't expect it really, I guess, on the sideline, but nothing to be offended about. Dan McNeil tweets saying, "Is that a sideline reporter or an AVN Awards presenter?" And then the follow-up is that he was, in fact, fired from his job at 680 The Score in Chicago, which I don't think he should be fired. I think that was a stupid tweet. I think it was more of a bad joke. Like Jack Mack says, it was a jokey. He was a jokey guy, and it was just a shitty job. But I don't think he should be fired for it.
I think there's a clear line between like making a joke of someone's unique outfit.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's like
unorthodox.
Because it was. I mean, she looked like a villain in the Hunger Games, where it was just like this like broad-shouldered like leather thing. It's a little peculiar. It's not what you usually see.
Right.
And like as someone who wears pretty ridiculous clothes, I understand people are gonna make fun of me when I wear it, and or point out like that's pretty unique looking.
Yeah, that's
like
different.
I'm wearing a bathing suit and Birkenstocks and socks today. That's what's happening. And I
to
get
go with the porn comparison is
the
problem.
porn comparison is different, and then also saying someone's not credible because how they're dressed is very different. Now he didn't say that, but plenty of people always say that about female sideline reporters. That's fucking bullshit. But I'm gonna make jokes when Cam wears his outfits in because he's wearing something that's pretty unorthodox. It's pretty strange. You're not used to seeing it.
Right.
You're not used to seeing this. I remember.
I'm not used to seeing anything Cam Newton wears. I don't even know if sometimes it's clothing.
But I remember when Maria Taylor first came on screen, I did an eyebrow raise. I was like, whoa, that's different.
Yeah. And it is different. Like she's attractive, she's hot, so all of a sudden it's going to be like sexual comparisons,
right.
And that's where you're going to get in trouble. We both said, if you're dropping AVN references,
you're deep in the porn.
You're a dirt dog.
Yeah. Oh, you know
you
the
think
AVNs.
That the average folks know AVNs?
It's like my brain's very broken from working here that it feels super normal.
Yeah, I think if you're dropping like as he's crafting that tweet, if he's like, should I go with Exotica or should I go AVNs? Like,
right, if he said, well, that's the thing. If he said Exotica, then I'd be like, well, this guy's a weird.
But still, it is an award show for pornography. I don't think it's like a household term.
Barstool Sports reporting live from the red carpet. AVNs, the porn, the pageantry, the pomp, all of it. We're going to give it to you live. Mendigo, I'm going to be looking for that dick.
This is where my brain and the rest of society doesn't function the same. Porn is the most common thing we share in this country.
Yes, but I don't know if the people I hop on Pornhub. I said I use Pornhub like a social media website at this point. I'm looking at names. I'm looking at charts and trends. I might start commenting. I actually enjoy the comments.
They say it's the most wholesome comments.
I really like the comments that are I'm just looking for love, and there's always be a support group. The most supportive.
But then you'll find one that's what you'd think would be in the comment section, and you're like, oh,
this is dirty.
God, dude, come on, man.
Doubt. But either way, Maria Taylor then fires back Danny Dearest, come catch me at the NBA countdown. Here's another thing I do on national TV.
Which was a little much last night.
I think she's totally in line.
She
Everyone else
crushed
is
it
acting
when they're
like
like,
she was
no,
like-
we stand with you. And she's like, yeah, no, I get it, guys. Let's do
it's
the
all
highlights.
good.
And
Yeah.
they're like, no, like let's like blah blah blah. Like it was Jalen Rose. I forget who else it was, but it was
it was
like
a ton of people.
It was like a lot. And no, don't get me wrong, it's nice to have support from your coworkers and shit. I'm sure.
But
Must
she
be
also,
nice.
she also was the one. She asked Saban the question last year, and everyone like flooded to her aid, and she was like, "It's all good." Like I asked the question, he snapped, like it's okay. So Maureen Taylor can hold her own, and she can do it whenever she wants. And last topic was it was just
Kanye.
Was it?
Kanye.
Oh, Kanye. Kanye's off on another. He's not taking his meds. So he's on another fucking tweet storm, and
Kanye he's lost all his appeal to me.
long enough.
It took me a long time, but he's become like it's just
well,
there's
you're
part
more
of it
from
where
his
it's like
popular. A lot of people lost interest in the politics and MAGA and all that shit.
Yeah.
You're talking more about just like his style.
even with the stuff like obviously I disagree with, but like I found it fairly entertaining in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Even at that stage I was out, but this is like it's been a hard out for a while and it just keeps piling on top of the hard outs. But like he's become the friend who every night it's an issue.
Yeah.
Every night there's a situation. Whereas like sometimes it's like, oh, my buddy Tim is coming out tonight. Like things might get crazy.
Yeah.
It's other than like my friend Ricky's coming tonight. Let's get the fuck out of here because he's a lunatic.
Nobody likes Rick.
Like it's just every single thing is just the biggest deal ever, and I can't keep caring.
Today, the highlight today was amidst the tweet storm where he tweeted out literally every picture, every page of his contract, because initially he tried to tweet out a PDF, thinking that the world could read a PDF attachment on a tweet. But then he put his Grammy in the toilet and pissed on it.
Also, I'll get impressed with that if you don't have 40 others. Like, how many other Grammys does Kanye have?
You know what? I'll get
There's
impressed.
20 others?
I'll get impressed when you do pee on all 20.
Yeah.
You gotta
A
have a
toilet
full enough bladder.
overflowing.
You gotta have 20 toilets and 20 Grammys, and you gotta run around like.
How much do you think like the people who he works with on a daily basis, like let's say his maid at this Osama bin Laden compound he's created,
That's
which
awesome,
is
by
what
the
it
way.
looks
The
like.
walls are cool.
It looks exactly like
walls are cool.
bin Laden's compound.
I like having moats and walls. I think that's all pretty medieval and cool. But yes.
When we put a side by side of it with the Zero Dark 30 compound, or maybe it was the real one. I don't know what it was. And then
it's
his compound.
intense.
It's like, oh, that's the same building.
yeah.
That is why you built that building. It's like it seems like he was watching Zero Dark 30. He was like that. But
People start building.
but when he was like his maid, when she sees him run into the bathroom with his Grammy, she's like, he's gonna piss on it again. I fucking know it.
I feel like him pissing on
I'm
it's
gonna
a
have to
best
see-
case scenario.
Yeah, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. You think that the maid even like? How do you even get into that? You think you have like a key card that lets you into the like through the moat? Like how do you even get into those through the wall?
If you're not like putting your eyeball up to
From what I
something-
understand, is
yeah.
you have to fake like there's poison in the water tests.
What's that?
That's what they did in Zero Dark 30.
Oh, yeah.
they sent out
Well, I don't know. How
doctors.
does the Daily Caller guy get in when he was raiding Bin Laden? Maybe we'll find out from him. But yeah, Kanye just at it again. Whatever. After show, Coley Mick.
Such a fall from grace. That is the response. Like he's at it again. Whatever.
Terrible, man. And I think people are gonna start. I think people are gonna start to realize like his music is kind of falling off as well. I think he's been kind of getting a pass on his music, but now that I realize he's an asshole, his music kind of stinks. It's a wrap for Kanye, and he's young.
Yeah, but because he did have that
30 more years. Like,
he did have that tweet where he's like, what was it?
Oh,
I
yeah,
can't
be
canceled.
canceled and I can't be muted, so I'm going to say what I think. And I was like, okay, like I fuck with that. That's pretty cool.
I respect that one.
The problem is what you're saying is always annoying. Start saying some interesting shit again. Coley Mick's on a cinema warpath right now. Like Hollywood directors are on the phone like, I hope he doesn't come for me next. The Town, trash. Wedding Crashers, trash.
Mid.
What was the other? There was another one that I thought you were catching some heat for, but
Spotlight?
oh, you
Spotlight,
went on
great.
Spotlight, huh?
No, I said it was
good.
like someone asked me because like The Ringer. I don't even know if we can say that on here. The Ringer did like a 10-year anniversary retrospective
version,
piece about the town
Oh, The Town.
today, and
They said they called it the ultimate Boston movie, the
Yeah.
classic
yeah,
Boston
something
movie,
like
something
that.
along those
yeah,
lines.
Yeah.
Like this is Boston, which infuriated me because that movie kind of stinks.
I disagree with
I'll
that.
tell you what,
where-
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Really?
You're not missing out.
I was reading the.
I think it is a
Have you
Boston
seen the
thing,
commercial
that-
where they wear the nun masks?
the nuns,
That's the
yeah,
movie.
that's it, yeah.
That's the whole movie.
I mean,
they go to
aside
Fenway
from
Park.
R.A. being in it, that's the
Right,
highlight
and I
for
love
me.
that R.A.'s in it. He hasn't yelled at me yet. I'm sure it's coming. I love that he's in it, but the reason I compared it to Wedding Crashers is it falls into the same trap where they promise you this one movie, and then they give you this other movie no one asked for.
Well, so what does it turn into in the
town? Is they're like, this is a bank robbery movie, and then it's just him trying to go out with this chick the whole fucking time.
Because Wedding Crashers goes from old school to, you said The Notebook, but yeah, the second half of Wedding Crashers is straight up corny, not even just a straight up romance.
There's parts of that I disagree with too, because there's a lot of, like Coley says, once they get off the boat, it's not bad, but it's a romantic comedy at that point, which I think it is the whole time. But the first hour is
hour is
incredibly
stretching it.
But then once they got off the boat, there are a lot of fucking highlights at that house. There are a lot of classic scenes at that house.
You got to do a lot of waiting to get to them.
I don't know. You got fucking.
There's the breakfast scene, the grandma.
Breakfast,
Todd
grandma,
in the bed.
Todd
Yeah,
in
I guess you're
bed.
right.
The football scene. There's fucking.
The problem is,
but it's an extra. First of all, movies just shouldn't be that long, so it does feel like, oh my god, we're on 2 hours plus.
Then they go
and
back.
It does
there's the motorboat scene. There's the hand job
be,
scene.
You know what?
There's 6 classic
You know what's
scenes.
tough? And I like it kind of.
I don't think so.
I think that when they get to Will Ferrell and the funerals, while funny, is like we have a whole other section coming in here.
It just keeps
they
going.
Probably could have cut that and been like, that's like the DVD extras or something, because that really was wedged in there as funny of a character as he was. It's like we didn't need the funeral crashing on top.
Yeah,
of
that
it.
just gets Milo Meatloaf fucked. That's it. That's
right. But that's the other problem with that movie and other movies of that era, is people who aren't funny use those lines to be funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's all people did in college. You just sat around, drank Keystones, and just said Will Ferrell.
Particularly Anchorman, that was tough. It was always
Anchorman was tough, but this one, I feel like it was like the list of rules. Everyone was like Rule 78 and just making shit up. Fuck those people. That will knock down a movie in my eyes. And I don't think Wedding Crashers is bad as The Town. I think it's mid. I think it's okay. Someone told me it was the most quotable comedy of all time earlier today. That person's never seen any other movies. They just simply have not.
I don't think The Town's bad either. I think The Town. I think the love story is actually told pretty well.
But you certainly don't think it's the best Boston movie.
I wouldn't call it the ultimate Boston movie, but I wouldn't call it bad either.
So like I do think it's a.
Gone Baby Gone.
Yeah, I think there's two options. I think it's Gone Baby Gone.
That's another Affleck one. That's with Casey Affleck's a star.
That's the one where Morgan Freeman spoiler alert, kidnaps that child.
Really?
Yeah. It's fine.
Gone Baby Gone is dope.
Morgan Freeman's the bad guy?
Yeah, right.
But he doesn't look like it.
What about I like Mystic River.
Mystic River's a good one.
Solid.
That would be my
But I said, because when someone asked it, I was on the train here, and I actually thought about it. Because it's not The Departed. The Departed's really good. I like The Departed. I know there's people who have like their criticisms with it. I like it.
I think it's pretty well liked in general, though.
It is, but when you talk to people from Boston, they're like, no one tries an accent and all this fucking shit. Like,
the accent stuff is so overblown because like they're just Boston is. There are. I think
different accents in
There
Boston.
are a million different fucking accents.
There are different accents.
It's just like everyone in the Boston movie doesn't have to do a Boston accent. You can just have a regular accent like me, like Dave. Like it's.
Yeah, right.
0 for 2 on people from Boston, but keep on.
Well, the Massachusetts fucking thing, you know what I mean. But
he has an accent from like another planet. His words are just all over the place. My problem, the end of The Departed with the rat almost ruins the whole movie for me. Right?
It's bad.
I don't even think it's that bad.
That's bad.
It's extremely on the nose.
It's a little on the nose.
But I don't think it's the worst. I don't think it's the worst outro I've ever seen.
I think it might be.
It's up there. It's up there. It's a whole heap of corn.
I would say
it's a lot.
You're not wrong, but I don't know. It's never bothered me.
All we're talking about here, by the way, is why Testament to Old School just being like the best movie ever. Just like 90 minutes. They don't ever do the second fucking act. They don't get corny with it. It's just straight heat, quick, quotable, and easy.
It's why I've always argued like Dumb and Dumber is my favorite comedy, because all it is a comedy.
The whole time.
90 minutes. Like even the emotional scenes are so fucking stupid intentionally. It's just perfect throughout.
Everyone got like too full of themselves. Like I have to tell this like story.
Yeah,
it's like,
no one gives a shit, dude.
And Coley also did come for Boondock Saints, which is there's a lot of like.
No, I thought your response to that was perfect.
Yeah,
I'm not
there's
a
a
freshman in
lot
college.
of people who probably maybe some young men who just saw Boondock Saints who fall in love with it because the first time you see Boondock Saints, you proclaim it your favorite movie of all time and for 1 hour, and then you realize, wait a minute, this movie fucking sucks.
Stunk.
In the moment,
it's not great.
If you're in that phase and someone comes at Boondocks, I'll rip a toilet out of the wall and drop it on your head.
Bro, you know my fucking. What's the confirmation? My confirmation name is Chosen Connor because of the guy in the fucking movie. Like, as a junior in high school, I was like, this is the greatest movie of all time.
It's so bad.
Now, in the eyes of the Lord, my name is Connor based on a fucking movie where the dude kills people.
It is the worst movie ever.
But speaking of God, I said Spotlight.
Right.
Because I don't. And I saw
like a
people.
Boston
That's the thing. I think it's a Boston movie because the city of Boston is so tied, like the history of Boston to the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
And that was an.
I mean, it's definitively a Boston movie. It takes place in Boston.
Correct.
It's about the Boston Globe.
But it's. Oh, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be speaking up. I think of it as like I haven't seen it, but I think of it as a, more about like the church than where if that happened
that
in
whole
the city.
Spotlight is
about the Globe.
Spotlight is the Globe's investigative team.
And then you're right.
And the fact that they had to sit on the story because 9/11 happened and then the Patriots won their first Super Bowl and they were just
The
like.
Patriots blocked them. Hey, we can't talk about this race. We gotta wait for the parade to be done.
Let's bring the town down just yet.
Yeah, March. March, okay? March.
All right, that's it for us. That's a hell of a rundown. Good shit, boys.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Nice to have you back, buddy.
Good to see you, Mick, man. How's the baby?
Bitch, fuck.
Alive.
Good.
Yeah, I think I said fuck after you said alive. I was talking about something different.